Kevin is a bad defender, but it's halftime and the score is 0-0. Look, I can tell you that game is more entertaining. There's 2 goals already. Pirates is losing. Surprise? No.
Losing? Really? On that side, Pirates are losing?
Yeah, they're losing 2-0.
Wow.
Yeah, hey, a bunch of...
Only Team Grandstand has
Moo.
many pros there and former professionals.
Look,
also.
I can tell you the way they play, they look like a team
That's what
that...
I heard. I'm sure that's illegal.
Your boy over here just called them cows.
Hey, look.
Oh, the Pirates team or Grandstand?
The Pirates team!
It's got cows.
Man, there was a one-on-one. Look. There was a one-on-one situation, and somehow the guy mistraps the ball. The goalkeeper just collects, nice and easy. But anyway,
Yeah, man.
you saw yesterday's game, the CAF game.
Yeah.
I can look. Okay, this is what I said. I think for Kevin Hunt, the most important thing for him to do is to sort out the defense.
It's been the problem since the beginning of the season.
Exactly, because if you, I know people will complain that, yeah, but they're not scoring. But if anything, if a team is not comfortable defending, it becomes difficult for a team to attack, because now in your head you're thinking, okay, they're going to attack us type of thing. So for Kevin Hunt, he needs to work on his defense. And looking at the game against Swallows, I kind of thought with the lineup that he figured what his defense should be with the 3-4-3 formation, or whether you can say 3-5-2 formation, where he's putting 3 center backs. You're like, okay, maybe it's a bit more solid with 3 midfielders. But somehow, in an informed team like Swallows, who were playing on the break, who were also good on the ball, that somehow find to score you guys. But yesterday you guys got a draw. You didn't score yet again, but at least you guys are progressing. Do you think that... I mean, I did tell you, Mish, I'm like, give this guy half of the season. Don't be expecting any miracles anytime soon.
Yeah, I also said the same thing. We're not gonna expect any miracles overnight or any anything. Let's just go in blind and just hope for the best. We need to give him time. People need to have patience. I know we have a very I don't want to say fickle fan base, and they want victories. They want noodles.
2 minutes, they want
2 minutes, yeah. So, but the thing, because we're not used to that, and we've seen how many times we've just been swapping coaches in and out. So we need to just chill and give Kevin Hunt time, and we've seen how it works. We've seen how what happens when you give Kevin Hunt time and you give him, space. You give him the plays, and obviously he hasn't had that chance, so he's just working with what he has. And I know the club will give him time. I know the management will give him time, and as much pressure you can put as fans, it's not going to change anything. We just need to just chill, and we're not going to get relegated. I know that I've heard there's relegation talk.
No, I think it's just banned.
Once, maybe, hopefully, I don't want to say Nukovic comes back, but we might start getting the goals when Nukovic comes back. I hope, but I'm not riding on that too much. Also,
but it's understandable to expect that, because you talk about a guy who contributed a huge amount of goals for the club. I mean, you're talking about a guy who was one of the top. Well, he wasn't number one, but he was one of the top guys. I mean, he had 12 goals, 11 goals?
Yeah, 12, 13, yeah.
Yeah, so you talk about a guy who banged in those goals. So I think it's understandable for one to say, if Nukovic comes back, probably it's going to be a different picture to what we normally see. But apart from that, if you're looking at your, let's say, upcoming 3 games, do you see any positive results?
Black Leopards is going to be a tough one, I think, on Tuesday. We are playing on Tuesday, right?
I predicted that you guys will win.
I hope we get a result there. It's going to be really tough. I'm not. You can hear in my voice. I'm not holding out for anything. My confidence isn't really high. I'm just hoping for the best. Maybe a 1-0 win. We can get by. That's all I'm going for. I think we can get by the season on 1-0 wins, because I don't see us scoring a lot of goals this season at all.
But I think it's also good to note that as much as you guys are struggling to score goals at the moment, but what if that once you guys get in the groove of getting maybe 1 or 2 games where you get that 1-0 goal, that it somehow gives you guys confidence in your upcoming games where now you start banging in those 2 goals? Because look, I want to say this, as much as yes, you guys lost the league and you spoke about the psychological effect of the team, but people forget that this team was second last season. And they can't just become a bad team overnight. They are second in the... Yes, they're struggling with the new management and the new formation and the new way of playing, with obviously Noble being the integral part of that, Billiard being also integral part of that. So it's going to take time. But this team is not a bad team, guys. It really isn't.
I mean, if you've seen the bulk of the games, though, the problem has been in our defense. I mean, as much as not scoring goals has been the biggest issue, our defense has just been leaking goals at the back, making mistakes. So I don't know. Like, I can give you the same answer. I'm clueless when I watch the matches sometimes. I don't know what the players are thinking, what they're doing. And you wonder whether Gavin Hunt also maybe doesn't know how to speak to these players, or they don't understand what he wants. But another big problem is the missed opportunities. The amount of missed opportunities that go in our games, it needs to end. Because there are moments when these are gaping, the goals are open wide and missing it completely. So that needs to be fixed first, I think. Once that happens, I think we'll be smooth sailing. It's the same side. You can see the combinations. Sometimes they come through, they're there. And we just completely miss it. We're completely missing chances, easy chances. So hopefully, once that comes right, I think we'll be good.
Kevin Hunt must go.
No, not a chance. No, that. Next.
Alex.
The Munda Raindao.
Araida.
Okay, we know it.
Amen.
You can't bring Gavin Hiso. We are here to talk about Futitita games. We'll talk about Gavin.
I see a bunch of cows on the field here. Yeah, you guys don't know football. You talk too much, because you don't know football.
Man, we are tired, man. We have been exercising months, man. We've been years, man. We'll talk after second half.
From the testicles and that. Look, okay, they're saying Gavin mustn't go. That's a good thing. I mean, the guy needs time. But actions speak louder than words.
Not the best performance, far from being the best. We really need to work.
Is there hope for Kaizer Chiefs and CAF?
There is definitely hope. The boys just need motivation, because even when they have the ball, they don't have that thing, So they just need motivation. Then they'll definitely win it.
But what would be that motivation then? Is it Nokovic? Is it the coach that needs to do more than what he's currently doing?
A lot needs to happen.
Because I said this, beginning of the season when Gavin Hunt was appointed, I'm sure like everybody else, we've known Gavin Hunt for some time now. And Gavin Hunt has always been that coach that whenever he's facing a Orlando Pirates or a Sundowns, he's always bemoaned the fact that he had a team that has less quality than Sundowns and so on and so on. And we knew that whole ban was looming, and chances were that it was never going to be overturned. So my question to Chiefs fans, that I asked them that, how are you going to take it when Gavin Hunt is bemoaning at the fact that he doesn't have the players that he wants? And I'm sure the players that are there, and you as Kaizer Chiefs supporters, is not something that you want to hear from your coach talking about how your players are not the same quality as your opposition.
Definitely, I believe we have the right material. The players, they are capable of winning. It's just finding the right combination, which one works with who best, and then
I mean, we talk about a team that was second last season. They don't just become a bad team overnight.
Be patient. It's still early. It's fine. Still have hope. It's still early.
Okay, so is it safe to say, from my side, if I'm being neutral here, Chiefs is out of the race?
Yes. No. But yes. Yes. No.
Okay, so what would be an achievement for you for Kevin Hunt this season?
Just finishing in the top 8. it will be an achievement.
Not even a CAF spot?
Okay, Leona CAF, it's included. Yeah, I was referring to the home one, just finished in the top 8. Even if he doesn't get silverware, it's fine. Just finish in the top 8 and then we'll start next year. Then for this year, just CAF at least qualify for the group stages. Then that's an achievement on its own.
Yeah, there's someone at Thabiso. He scored a goal. Ukorile goal. You guys won the game, ne?
Yeah,
3-1. Well, you don't hear that a lot. Kaizer Chiefs 3-1.
against Paris.
The original team is struggling for goals. But look, I've said what I said on the platform. Ne? Now, personally, I think sort out the defense, the attack would sort out itself. The defense seems to be very critical for Kevin Hunt. What does he need to do to sort that one out? Put more players or change the personnel or change the system?
Okay. Personally, from my side, scrap everything that's there. Take out Parker first, take out Cardoso, and take out Katsande. That's the beginning, ne? Okay, we have Sifama, we have Lesako, we have Ngezana, we have Ntiantia, we have Zulu, we have Bakas. I can name the players that are there. We have Ngobo, we have Nchangas. And these players are creative players. Chiefs does not have a defensive system that is strong right now because most of the players are old and their legs are tired. So the only way we can play as Kaizer Chiefs now is to play a creative football. Play football that will kill the other team's spirit.
Support Ngobo.
Support Ngobo, ne? And push. Lesako and Sifamo when they are forward, they can kill. Also, before I forget, there's Milazi, Rahim Milazi, and there's also Shabalala, also in the MDC. Bring those two boys. And
I mean, the MDC just won 4-2 against Mamelodi Sundowns.
You see. But bring those two boys. Only those two boys. I'm not asking much. Bring those two boys, play them. Take out these old crooks.
Okay, on my side, I think I agree with him more because if you look at Chiefs, it's about we shouldn't be scared of a new challenge. We shouldn't be scared of a new beginning. We need to start everything afresh. We can't still be using like players that were being played by Stuart Baxter long ago. We can't rely too much on history. We need to create our own new history. Like starting from the back, I'll agree with him. Cardoso needs to be out. I think I like Ngezana. He seems more energetic. He seems more like a player who wants to learn and go forward. Same way, players like Katsande, Parker, we don't need them. I believe Coach Hunt also needs to give Ntiantia a chance. He's a very good player.
Where is he?
He's still with the team. He's not being played. I don't know why. But I believe he's a player that can actually do something when given a chance and stuff. We need creative players. All these players which were used by Stuart Baxter, they are no longer going to take us anywhere. The legs are gone. We need to accept that. What I think Chiefs is scared of is a new challenge. They are scared of a change. You know, change is good. It doesn't come easy, but it's good. We need to start everything. Like all the players he mentioned, those are the players that will take Chiefs somewhere. Yes, it can't be today, it can't be tomorrow, but through this season where we can't sign players, those were the players that he needs to start playing them so that we can start learning the system of the team, learning the culture of the team, then we go forward.
Okay. So
Before we move on, another thing. There's this thing of we need experienced players. Let's look Europe. Who are they playing? 17-year-olds, 19-year-olds. You can't tell me Ngobo is a youngster at his age, at 20. That's the boy who should be running there.
So I think a number of coaches spoke about the fact that obviously here in South Africa, there's the bar is a bit lower when it comes to who's your youngsters, who's your experience. And if you look at your Rashford, your Mbappes, they're experienced players, but they're young. But they're given that responsibility of taking the team to either win or whatever. But for now, let me ask you guys this question. Now, you mentioned all these youngsters to be promoted to the team. I think now the question is, what about the patience of the supporters? If you give Kevin Hunt, how much time would you give him if he does what you're saying that he must do? Promote these youngsters. How long are you giving him until you say, no, Kevin, you must start winning trophies?
Okay, so if he starts playing with these youngsters, he's preparing a system that he can play with next season when he can buy players. Then he will have the time that he wants because he's creating a system that he has to use next season. But if he's using the same people like Bopaka, which it means next season again, then when he gets rid of all of them, now he has to start from the bottom and say, I'm building again. again. You see, that's a waste of time. There's no critical thinking there. Start the system now, prepare it for next year. When you bring in players, those few players, they just gel in. But if you're going to start again next season, what are we going to start thinking, man? We asked for him. I'm not going to lie. I asked for Gavin Hunt. Ne? But when we asked for him, we wanted him to play with young players.
Okay.
I think I agree with him. Like I was saying, he needs to start everything now. You talked about supporters, patience and everything. I mean, we are not even allowed to go to the game. Who will boo them? No one. You understand?
So this is the perfect time for him to do what he wants to do.
Exactly. He needs to start with those young boys. He needs to create his own team. Like what he said, a very important point. Imagine you're going to start getting rid of Katsande, Parker and all those players next season. You starting again. This was a fair chance for him to start everything. He doesn't have to be scared of anything. There are no supporters. We can't boo them. We can't throw vuvuzelas, plus Kaizer Chiefs supporters. Hey.
So I spoke with Karabo. Ne? Is it safe to say for this season you guys are not title contenders? Or do you disagree?
I'm not looking for a trophy this season, to be honest. I'm just looking for him to play the youngsters. If I'm asking for a trophy this season, I'll be asking too much from him.
Okay.
Same with me. I just want him to build his own team. That's it.
So now
he doesn't have to put himself under pressure. What I see right now is Gavin is putting himself under massive pressure, which is unnecessary, to be honest. He just need to. What I like about him as a coach, I also ask for him and I support him. What I like about him, he believes in youngsters. Let those youngsters play. Yes, there is pressure at Chiefs, but these youngsters come from our MDC. They already know what is needed from them as a Chiefs player. He must just let these players play. I'm not looking for anything. Even if we can finish number 4, number 3, it's fine. Even a cup, I'm not looking for it. We just need a team that he must build that will play the system that is pleasing to the eyes. That's all.
Kev, you guys now are through to the next round. What is your expectation for Kaizer Chiefs in CAF? Group stages, semi-final, quarter-final?
If he keeps playing the same players right now, I'm saying he's putting too much pressure on himself. I'm not looking for CAF this season. I just want him to come back home and focus on the league. CAF, we'll talk about it next season or in the future. For now, Chiefs is not the Chiefs to go to CAF. We'll get embarrassed there, and I'm not ready for that embarrassment. We can't get banter from CAF and then come back home and get banter from the league. So he needs to figure it out. Are you focusing on CAF or are you focusing on the league? So he has to focus on one of those things. He can't take both of them because... Sorry for saying that. But
It's big guns there. It's big guns.
I'll be a bit different from what he said. I think Kev is exactly what Chiefs need right now. If you want to build soldiers, you want to the experience that we always talk about. Just let those young boys play them. Yeah. I have a feeling that we might make it into the group stages. That's how you build their mentality. That's how you build the so-called experience. They need to go out there and fight with the big boys. They should know, like your Ngobos, your Blom, they should know when they get to CAF that it's very tough here. So if they can gain something out of CAF, eventually next season they can use it for whatever they gain from it. So precisely, I would love my team. I would like my team to see them going through to the group stage, even if we don't. This thing of not even making it into the group stage. I mean, we failed even with the best players while we were still coached by Bebe. This is the time now. They need to try and at least reach the group stages. We only have to play 2 games now. But my problem with Chiefs is they don't score goals. You see, I watched that game yesterday just for the first half. They missed so many chances. I don't know what's going on. You see, but we need to go there. We have your Kambole, Billiard, Castro. They played there. They know what is happening. They know how it is. I was watching a Sundowns game when Billiard scored a goal in Zambia. That's the goal that took them to the final, if you remember. That's the goal that changed everything for Sundowns to go get the star. We need these youngsters to play in there. They need to know how tough it is there so that when they get back to the PSL, the experience that we always talk about, at least they have something from CAF.
Okay. Lastly,
before we go on, you see what he said, that's the different youngsters. So if he's taking youngsters there, I would agree with Papi. But if he's playing there with Parker and Katsande, I totally disagree. Then he must focus on one thing, because you can't go anywhere with Parker and Katsande. If it's youngsters and he wants to toughen them up, kudos for him. I'll agree with him. But if it's not, If Ngobo is gonna sit on the bench, Blom is gonna sit on the bench. Like look at Lesako, Sifama, Mashiani, Ntiantia. Where are they on the team? Zuma, where are they on the team? Who is there?
The very same players that were performing at MDC. Yeah. So lastly, guys, if we look at Gavin Hunt's project, who do you think he should build the team around? Now, from what we see, Kamabile is very important in what Gavin wants to do, and Ngobo. Are those two key players to what Gavin Hunt is trying to build? Are you agreeing with what Gavin Hunt is trying to do in using those two players and saying, this is how I want my team to play? Or do you want to include another player?
Lesako. I will always speak about Lesako and then Shabalala there in the MDC. Bring those two.
What about Tibedi from Solos?
Tiberi will come next season. He'll be crucial. Let him play there. I like what Mohasho is doing there. He's a good course in that one. He knows he needs to play Tiberi so that he can prepare him for next season. But he'll be crucial. There's Roroana, there's Shopani, and there's Twala also. He needs to prepare those boys for next season. Next season, I don't want to see anyone who's old, man. Serious.
No old crocs.
I like Lantine, but he shouldn't be there next season. Then we need to find a young left back who'll go there and compete. He was going to be crucial for this season so that he can take out Sussman. But next season, I think he should stay where he is.
Stay where you are.
Okay, just closing it up. I think you talk about building from who and how. I think we must start from the back. First and foremost, you should get a goalkeeper when you are allowed to sign players. I mean, we are here saying we're building the team. But for now, we need a goalkeeper. Secondly, from the back, he needs to build his team from Ngeza. And I think he's showing determination and he wants to work hard. That's from the back. You have your Frostlers and everybody, so it's fine. Then in the middle, there's Ngobo. That boy is a super. That boy is going to be the next superstar of Kaizer Chiefs. But he needs help. He can't do everything alone. So from the middle, you can build. In the middle, you can build with Ngobo. I also believe Blom is a good player. Given a chance, we need to be patient also with these boys. So Blom and Ngobo. Then going forward, the guy who's the Sifama. I think that boy is a very good player. If you look at the younger Kamapila from Ajax Cape Town, that's what you see in that young lad. And there's Lesako. I watched him twice. He needs just to give this young player. He mustn't be scared. He mustn't be scared. I supported Chief from a very young age. I still know when Thabo Moki was given a chance to play at Kaizer Chiefs. Everybody was doubting me. Okay, I know him from Kasi. That's where I saw him playing. He was this slim young boy, like we were looking like, who's this? Thabo Moki was not called Tiki Tiki because from Kaizer, he took that name from Kokasi because he could do things. Players like that were given a chance. Your Shuffle, your Jabupule, they were given a chance at a younger age. They were given a chance to do what they know about football. That's what Gavin should do.
Well, we'll leave it at that. Papi, Thabiso, they had to say, you know what to do. Comment, tell us if what they're saying is what you agree with or you have a totally different opinion.